Hi children, welcome to today's class. Today we will start with Political Science, Chapter 1, the Indian Constitution. Today's topics will be meaning of Constitution, designing of Indian Constitution, why do we need a Constitution. Children, you all love to play games, yes? So each game has certain set of rules and regulations that we have to follow. Like that, when you coming to school, you have to follow certain rules and regulations. That means what? You are coming to school, you have to wear uniforms, you have to take your books according to timetable. The same way whenever exams are conducted, you have to write answers according to the questions, otherwise you will not get marks. So there are certain rules we need to follow. These rules, why we need? In order to have discipline, in order to have a systematic way of life. Like that, a vast country like India, there are, you know, when you look at India, you can see different religions, different background people are living in India. So in order to have a proper disciplined life, we need to have certain rules and regulations. So a written set of rules and regulations according to which the country is governed is known as Constitution. So Constitution can be either written or oral. So India's Constitution was designed, actually started in 1946. It started with preparing the Constitution, drafting the Constitution. By November 1949, the draft was ready, and by 1950 January, this was formed, came into power. So children, please take the textbook, Chapter 1, Indian Constitution, page number 1. You need to underline first paragraph, last two sentences. I'll read the paragraph. Please do underline this. In large societies in which different communities of people live together, these rules are formulated through consents, and in modern countries this consents is usually available in written form. A written document in which we find such rules is called a constitution. So constitution is a set of rules according to which a country is governed. Now designing the Indian Constitution, page number 2, just see, why does a country need a constitution? In that, fact box is given in the side. Second paragraph read, between December 1946 and November 1949, the Constituent Assembly drafted a constitution for independent India, free to shape their destiny at last. After 150 years of British rule, the members of the Constituent Assembly approached this task with the great idealism that the freedom struggle had helped produce. You will read more about the work of the Constituent Assembly later in the chapter. So here, this why this constitution, what all things were taken care of. We were under British rule till that time, so we were under great pressure, people were not given enough freedom. So while forming the Indian Constitution, while drafting the Indian Constitution, it was great care was taken that all communities should be given equal representation, all will be equally respected. All these things were being taken care of while designing the Indian Constitution. Around 300 people from different backgrounds participated. They shared their ideas, and whole nationwide they were looking for more information, and that way the Indian Constitution was framed. Minorities were given special provisions, like 33% reservations were given for minority group. So all this were taken consideration while forming the Indian Constitution. Now, why do we need a constitution? Why do we need? What are the different purposes a constitution serves? So, we will come from first point. It tells us about the fundamental nature of society. So, for a country like India, you know, people have different ideas, different religions they follow, they have different customs, traditions. So, in such a country, what kind of an ideal nature of a country has to be taken care of? So, that is given in the Indian Constitution, that all people will be agree on. So, point number 1, why does a country need a constitution? Again, coming back to textbook, children underline. A constitution tells us what the fundamental nature of our society is. Around fifth sentence you can see this, a constitution tell us about the fundamental nature of our society. It helps serve as a set of rules and principles that all persons in the country can agree upon. It helps to serve a set of rules and principles that all persons in a country can agree upon. That means people from different religious backgrounds, different group of people can agree on this particular nature, particular ideas, and on the basis on the way in which they want the country to be governed. The country's governing pattern, that should be agreed by all persons. So that is mentioned in the constitution. Second point, it defines the nature of a country's political system. So constitution defines the nature of a country's political system. That means country can be any type, like our country, India is a democratic country where people choose their leaders. Yes, so in India people choose their leaders, and the government is formed from the representatives of the people. Whoever get the majority of votes, they form the party and they rule the country. Like that, monarchy in Nepal, earlier Nepal was a monarchical country where king and the set of rulers, set of ministers, king and the set of ministers, they give their rules, people have to follow them. So it defines the nature of a country's political system. Page number 6. Please do underline the second important purpose, last paragraph. The second important purpose of a constitution is to define the nature of country's political system. For example, Nepal earlier constitution stated the country was to be ruled by the king and his council of ministers. Earlier, Nepal was ruled by king and his set of ministers. Now the system has been changed. Now close the bracket over there. Next page. In a democracy, we choose our leaders so that they can exercise power responsibly on our behalf. In democratic country, people who are above 18 years of age. In our country, people who are above 18 years of age exercise the power of universal adult franchisee. We choose our leaders by voting. So the elections, people choose their representatives. Whoever get majority of votes, they rule the country or they govern the country. There is always, then what will be the problem? There is always a possibility of misusing of the power. Yes, whoever get the power, they may misuse the power. Misusing means what? They can show their dictatorship. So that there is provision for stopping that also. In our constitution, provisions were written in order to safeguard against this. So please do underline, in a democracy we choose our leaders so that they can exercise power responsibly on our behalf. However, there is always the possibility that these leaders might misuse their authority, and the constitution usually provide safeguard against this. Underline, misuse their authority, constitution safeguard against the misuse of power. Clear? The nature of political system, there are two types, monarchical form and democracy. So each one, they have their own ideals. So here in the democracy, if the government is misusing their power, constitution has certain policies to safeguard against this. Next one, it guarantees the right to equality to all people, all persons. Same page, page number 7, last paragraph. The Indian constitution guarantees the right to equality to all persons. Right to equality, all persons means what? Earlier only rich were given so many provisions or rights, poor people were not considered. So here in the constitution it was written that all people should be equally treated despite of their caste, creed, their religion, people should be treated equally. Underline, the Indian constitution guarantees the right to equality to all persons and says that no citizens can be discriminated against on grounds of religion, race means on the basis of color, caste, gender and place of birth. All should be, despite of all this, people should be treated equally. The right to equality is one of the fundamental rights guaranteed by the Indian constitution. Close the bracket over there. Page number 8. Next function is, it ensures that a dominant group does not use its power against less powerful groups. It ensures that a dominant group does not use its power against less powerful groups. That means what? We have different religions here, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Christian, yes, scheduled caste, scheduled tribes. There are different communities all over India. So we should ensure that all groups should be treated equally. A dominant majority should not use their power on the less powerful groups. Underline page number 8, first sentence. Another important function that a constitution plays in democracy is to ensure that dominant group does not use its power against other less powerful people or groups. Now here you can read the stories, you will understand through the stories how the power has been misused or how dominant people rule the less powerful people. So that cannot be done in Indian democracy because our constitution safeguard against all this by laws or rules. Next one, it saves us from ourselves. This means what? Page number 9, take page number 9. The third significant reason why we need a constitution is to save us from ourselves. This may sound strange, but what is meant by this is that we might at times feel strongly about an issue that might go against a larger society's, but the constitution help us to guard against this. That means an individual's decision, if it is going against a large number of people, we should not do that. So constitution has safeguard against this also. Next paragraph also please do underline, constitution help to protect us against certain decisions that we might take that could have an adverse effect on large principles that the country believe in. That means if our decisions are going against the principles of the society, then we should not do that. So constitution has safeguard against this also. For example, it is possible that many people who live in a democracy might come to strongly feel that party politics has become so acrimonious that we need a strong dictator to set this right. Yes, sometimes we feel that the democracy, the political parties are not doing their work properly. So sometimes we feel dictatorship is best. Yes, swept by this emotion, this may not realize that in the long run dictatorial rule goes against all their interest. Dictatorial rule means the person like Adolf Hitler's rule. What he has to say, dictator has to do, dictator has to say, people has to blindly obey them. A good constitution does not allow this whims to change its basic structure. So in a constitution we cannot do this kind of activities. We have to follow the rules and regulations so that the country can run smoothly. It does not allow for the easy overthrow of provisions that guarantees rights of citizens and protect their freedom. It does not allow any citizen's right to be removed and protect their freedom. It always protect the freedom of individuals. So these are the significance of Indian constitution. So a constitution rules means what? It lays down the ideals that a kind of country that we want to live in. In a constitution we have prepared like that in a country where the kind of a country where we can live in. So this is about the first 2 pages you have to study in the first class. So first what all we studied from the beginning. What is constitution? It is a set of rules according to which a country is governed. A set of rules according to which a country is governed. India's constitution is a written constitution. Certain countries follow oral constitution also. Second one, how we designed the Indian constitution. We designed on the basis of like what? That every person in India should get equality of rights. Everyone should be equally treated in India. Then all the groups from different backgrounds we are coming from. So all background, all religious groups have given equal respect and power. Everyone is treated equally in India. Yes, minorities have given equal representation and they have given what? Certain reservations to come according to the higher than the higher groups, higher general categories. Now this takes 3 years to draft the constitution. We follow for different nations constitutions, ideas and then around 300 people from different backgrounds of India sit together and draft this and came into power in January 1950. Now, why do we need a constitution? Constitution tells us about the fundamental nature of a society. That means what everyone should follow. We all are coming from different backgrounds, but everyone should agree upon certain rules and regulations. Then it defines the nature of a country's political system. It shows what type of a country we have, whether democracy or monarchical form. Then it guarantees the right to equality to all persons. All people are equally treated despite of their caste, religion, creed, their gender, race, etc. Then it ensures that a dominant group does not use its power against less powerful groups. That means everyone should be treated equally. Dominant group, majority group cannot use their power on the less powerful groups. It saves us from ourselves. That means we cannot take, an individual can't take decision which goes against the principles which affects the larger society. That is all about today's class. Children, please do read the chapter very well. Underline the important points and frame questions. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.